Alice Hewson and Liz Young are all here joining us this week. It's quite the conditions out there. I think the England team might have an advantage with this kind of weather. Jodi, I know you've lived in the States for a while, but does any of the English heritage come back when you're playing in cold, wet conditions?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I grew up in this kind of weather, but as you said, I've lived in the US for almost half my life now, so I'm kind of used to the warmer conditions of Orlando. But yeah, it's the golf course definitely playing long, and hitting it a little shorter because of the cooler weather. But it's a very good test of golf this week.
Bronte, we're back somewhere you love to be in a match play event, and we know match play tends to get you pretty fired up. Just how excited are you to actually represent England and not just Team Europe this week?
Yeah, definitely. It brings back memories of playing in the International Crown last time in Korea. We did pretty good then. We got close, but we'd like to do just that little bit better this year. And yeah, playing match play for me is my absolute favourite thing to do. So any opportunity I get to play match play, and certainly to represent Team England, brings back a lot of fond memories of playing, on teams with Alice, and it's just something special that we grow up with that kind of mindset, and I know a lot of other teams kind of don't have that. So we'll definitely be pulling from that this week, and using that to get us fired up.
Alice, Bronte alluded to it, played a lot of team match play when you were an amateur. I know we're around in 21 in Toledo and watched everything unfold with the Solheim Cup, but just how excited are you to be back in this format, something that you had a lot of success with in your amateur days?
Yeah, really excited to be back playing some match play. As Bronte said, like playing for your country, just nothing beats that. So yeah, really excited to get out there and represent England and get some match play going.
Liz, I know it's been a whirlwind couple of days for you, but just how excited are you to have this opportunity? I know you've been a LET stalwart for quite a while. Finally got that first win last year. Really excited in Switzerland. But how cool is it to be on this team with these three great players?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but I'm so happy to be here. Playing with these guys, it would be great. I used to play with Jodi back in the day in amateurs for GBNI in England. So although Jodi's lived out here for a long time, and obviously Bronte plays out here, we still know each other from amateur days and things. So it's really good to get the team back together and represent our country.
For those in the room, we do have a mic or two floating around. If you have any questions, we'll go over here to my right.
Jodi, you've played here in a couple practice rounds, Olympic Club, U.S. Women's Open, and Lake Merced. You've played all along the Merced Mile here. Could you rank those three courses?
Yeah, I would actually say that this Harding Park is probably my favorite of the three, and then Lake Merced. I didn't play that well at Olympic, which is probably why I'm ranking it third, and it was a tough walk. So
you're never getting invited back.
I really love this place this week. It's tight off the tee. The greens are running very nicely. They're holding really nice. It's playing long. I think, being a good ball striker is going to be a nice advantage. And I think, we just played some holes together as a team this morning, and everybody's hitting it very nicely, hitting a lot of fairways, which I think is key this week for sure.
Alice and Liz, could you walk through getting the heads up you're going to be replacements in this event and getting here to Harding?
I woke up Sunday morning to a text message at 6 a.m. that had come through in the night. And I was like, I read it and I was like, really? And then I woke my husband up and I was like, read that. What does that say? Just to make sure. And I was like, ew. So a message back, and and then it was organising childcare, flights, and getting out here, which is great.
Yeah, I had maybe a couple of hours extra head start on that. Mine came at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was a bit of a nightmare again, like just getting kind of flights organised, had a bit of a nightmare with flights on Monday actually at the airport, and ended up having to get a slightly later flight than what was anticipated. But yeah, made it here last night and cracking on with things really.
Bronte and Jodi, when did you two get the heads up that Charlie and Georgia were not going to be part of the team this week?
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. So quite late. But yeah, very happy to have both Alice and Liz here. They're both, very patriotic, very team-oriented, and I think that that's a testament to kind of what this tournament's about, and is more important than, the individuals in the team. So yeah, just really happy to have them both here, and I know that they'll fight with everything that they've got.
How'd you find out?
Through Chinese whispers, if you like to call it that. Didn't get any sort of message from the two that decided to not play. Was disappointed about that. But, it's besides the point now. We're here and this is our team and this is Team England.
Have you heard from them since?
I've had a message from Charlie apologising, saying that she was sorry she couldn't play, but that's it.
What day was that?
Today.
Real quick, just curious, talking about the team dynamic here, you all seem to have a lot of camaraderie. It's kind of cool that everybody's kind of played with each other in different aspects of your career. Whoever would like to answer this, do you think that gives you guys an advantage, kind of knowing how well each other works in match play scenarios and being on the golf course together?
Yeah, I think we're probably one of the most experienced match play teams here. Like Liz said, I played with Liz in the Curtis Cup, I think, back in the day. So, yeah, I think match play for me is, and I think for everybody else, probably my favorite format. I really love match play, and I feel like it really brings out the best in my game. And, yeah, I think we're going to do really well.
We'll come back over here to Ryan.
Bronte, you guys and Jodi, could you expand on that? Were you pretty disappointed? Do you feel like you were owed at least a text or a call from the two teammates that withdrew?
Well, I think anyone with, some level of decency would send their teammates a message saying that they weren't coming, not find out through other players on tour who've heard things from them, saying things at the tournament, last week. I don't think that that's a lot to ask for.
Alice and Liz, this is obviously a huge opportunity for you guys. You've had a crazy trip over here to get here. Do you have to kind of block out how big this moment is for you guys personally and what it means to your career? Or is this kind of like, is it nice to be in a team setting in this scenario?
For me, I think it's just great to be here and just got to grab the opportunity with both hands. It's really great to have Bronte and Jodi here who have been in this situation before and can kind of help guide us through, the ins and outs of the tournament and just kind of be there, to help us out for the week, which I think is great.
Yeah, for me, I'm just excited to be here, and I'm just going to make the most of the opportunity, and just go for it. And the opportunity, yes, it's big, and it's obviously on the big stage compared to an LET event, but it's just a golf course.
Yeah.
Jodi, we heard from Bronte on her perspective about it. Wondering about your perspective on your teammates not making it this week.
Yeah, obviously it's disappointing, especially to come so late. And I'm sure, it's disappointing mainly for Hanwha. I think, what they've done for the tournament and to bring it back, we're all just really grateful to be here. As I said, I've lived in the US for almost half my life now, and I'm still as proud now to put on the England flag as I was when I was 12 years old, putting it on for the first time. And my schedule this year is all based around, especially the first half of this year, all based around being here this week, because it means that much to me to play for England, and it's just a privilege. And I'm very proud to be here, and I'm proud to be part of this team with the other three girls on this stage. So.
And I think every single one of us feels that. So, it's more important to have teammates that feel that way and want to be here than anything else. And that's why, having them here is going to be the best thing for Team England this week.
How important is it to bring the International Crown event back to the LPGA schedule?
Very important. I think, I've played two. I played in 16 and I played in 18, and I think just having the opportunity to play against teams like, Korea and Thailand and Japan, we get to play against the US in the Solheim Cup, but just for it to be such a world event and to crown the best nation in women's golf at the end of the week, it's huge for women's golf, I think. It's huge for the LPGA schedule, and we're all just really grateful to Hanwha for what they've done for not just this event, but for women's golf in general. I think they're a really great advocate for women's golf.
Alice and Liz, I know been playing a lot on the LET, obviously. I mean, what are your thoughts on TPC Harding Park? I'd be interested to hear from both of you. Just this kind of golf course. Obviously, again, it has a little bit of the English feel out there. But just tell me your thoughts on the golf course and how it really suits your game. I guess, Liz, we can start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in fantastic condition first. The greens, I mean, I've only played 14 holes so far, but the greens were in fantastic condition. I like how it's tight off the tee. That sort of suits my game. The rough is quite thick and juicy round the greens, so that's a little bit different to what we're used to. But the weather conditions, yeah, I mean, it's about this temperature in England at the moment, so I'm pretty used to this. Not getting much run on the ball at the moment. But yeah, it's a great golf course. I really like it, and I'm excited to get the tournament started.
Alice?
Yeah, absolutely love the golf course. As Jodi said earlier, definitely playing a little bit long out there today with the weather, and I think that kind of plays into our hands a little bit. I feel that everyone here hits the ball pretty well and pretty straight, so yeah, it should be pretty good, I think.
If we have no more questions in the room, I'll wrap up with this. If each of you could just, what do you bring to this team? Obviously, you all have different skill sets and different things you're really good at. A lot of you all are, all four of you are excellent match play players. But what about your games really do you think really suits this team, and what do you bring? I guess, Jodi, we can start and go down the line.
Yeah, I mean, statistically speaking, my driving accuracy and greens to regulation is always pretty strong. On average, so I think that's probably the main thing around this golf course is tee to green, is getting it in the fairway and getting on the green. So I think that's going to be a key factor this week. So
I know you bring fire, but
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that just never giving up. Even when things aren't going my way, just I'll fight for it, and I'll fight for this team.
Yeah, very similar. I'm going to just give everything I've got to play for England, and yeah, it gives myself as many opportunities as possibly can out there.
I'm a bit like Jodi, driving and greens hit. I'm pretty accurate off the tee, so I think that's going to help us out there, especially with the rough being so thick. So yeah.
We're very much looking forward to what you guys will do out there this week. Good luck, play well, go England.
thank you.
Thank you.